Yes, very good. I'm only here because I know you needed me. I knew that when I got off work this morning that I was needed. So the best thing that I could do is show up. See, now my father didn't show up. He left to go get some milk and came back with a zilch. Okay? But I'm here to show up. I'm here to show out. I'm here to offer you a weird build here. This one I gathered from the dust. The 6'7", two-way, three-point, three-way, four-point, the playmaker, okay? 6'7", 230, big hefty boy, okay? It's big boy season. Tap in. We're gonna start with the three-pointer, the 86 three ball. The reason why I think 86 three ball is one of the best three balls to have in the game is simply put, people that have 90 plus, if they're not running the P&R, they're running the 5 out, they are not shooting enough. You want to know why? Because we're dealing with big-bellied, thick boy burly, big if you will, 99 perimeter, 99 steal, lockdowns in the Pro-Am. There will be no shots put up. You will have to get jiggy. You will have to get freaky. And that's what we're here to do. 86 three-pointer is going to give you access to everything you need shooting-wise to pull up when you have an open shot. Because when you pair it with the 93 mid-range, everything becomes green. Hall of Fame open looks. Let me tell you about that paired with anything in terms of Hall of Fame catch and shoot, your gold blinders, your gold dead eye. That 86 three-pointer now feels like it's a 90 plus because you have even more badges than if you were to twist and turn this to a 93 three ball with an 86 mid-range. This is more cost effective as well, which when you're building players like this is kind of what you need to gear towards, okay? Now, badges that are very underrated is your gold whistle when you have a 91 layup, okay? Now, I advise you as a person who is a proprietor and only layup builds that you've really learned how to activate Slithery with all of these different badges. Bunny, your scooper, your float game, your spin cycle, your two-step. If you start adding these into your bag and being 6'7" when you're playing against these 7-foot centers, 6'10" centers, that giant slither is going to pop up. And if you don't think that badge gets real freaky, this might be one of the best finishing badges in the game for smaller guards, okay? When you're going against those P&R teams that have inside centers, you know, some people are getting freaky making 6'8" insides. For that situation, fuck. That's all I can tell you, fuck, right? But when you go against those bigger, kind of more traditional centers, when this starts popping up, you're going to make some real freaky shit when you pair it with Acrobat. You start flicking that stick around when you're in the air, okay? Which I advise you to start doing because this is absolutely broken. The Acrobat badge is absolutely broken right now. And what they did, I took a 3-month hiatus in December, came back, and boy, did they tear this game apart, okay? And we're here to take advantage, okay? Oh, another thing, 71 close shot. This gets you bronze masher, bronze fast twitch. These two badges paired together will get you the ability to finish at the rim when pump faking people out their socks. Like I always say, 99.9% of people, when you have them beat, are gonna jump. When they jump, even with Hall of Fame pogo, they will not get up fast enough, especially if you double tap it. Double tap that flick up. I'm telling you right now, it's so quick, it's so fast. Even with not having fast twitch on bronze or masher on bronze, you will still finish, okay? Let's go to the post control. You guys know where I'm going with this. I keep putting it on these builds because I believe in it, okay? I want you to believe in it too. If anyone out here is watching my gameplay, if anyone's watching the lives, you know what I do with the post control. It's not even so much as just abusing the post spin technician as it is just abusing positioning, right? Once you start using it, people start pinching, people start falling off their man, people are over rotating, confuse the defense. It's not what people like to guard. It hurts. And I know it hurts, so I continue to use it. And like I always say, gold unpluggable. Yes, it doesn't work as good as Hoff, It feels the same as silver, but having gold unpluckable feels good. Okay? Not only that, but you pair your Midi Magician, you pair your 93 mid-range with such a fat green window, and you add post-fade phenom to just increase that green window even more, and you use that Pro 2 fadeaway that's so smooth, so buttery smooth. It's like you spread some, I can't believe it's not butter, you don't know what's going on, you can't even taste it, you can't even feel it, but you know that it's melting in your mouth. And that's what we're dealing with here, okay? Let's go to the free throw. I'm gonna put it at an 80 for now. I like my free throw a lot higher, but it really doesn't matter. Because even with a 90 plus, you still miss. This game is awful when it comes to the free throws. I don't know what they did, but they fucked it up. Here's where the build gets real fun though. For a 6'7" point guard, you not only get the gold unpluckable, but you're able to afford gold. You get gold handles for days. Okay, so when you are dribbling in the 5-out, it is so beautiful, it is so nice to be able to kind of, spam up, combo up, get the defense guessing, be able to make your move. You're going to have a nice burst to the rim with this build right here, and it's going to be something that's going to benefit you greatly for your whole team, having the ability to dribble a little bit longer than, say some of my other builds that I have that are 6'9", 6'8", that just don't have the access to this, okay? So, let's explain this. 75 speed with ball. I don't go above this when you're dealing with taller guards. If you're 6'6", maybe you go for the gold speed booster and so on and so forth. I don't blame you, okay? By all means, have at it. And I'm not gonna look at you wrong for doing so. But with 75 speed with ball and pro dribble style, even Devin Booker dribble style, which I'm not sure if you get on this build, I'm not completely sure, but pro dribble style, with the push cross, with all these different things you add into your bag. Not only that, with a 91 ball on it, you're going to get access to some moves that you're not going to get on a typical 6'8 or 6'9 build. So keep that in mind as well. Silver Killer combos does feel good too. Let me tell you. Comboing up with this build feels real nice. You get real hasty. Okay? So look, it's another thing that adds to the build. 87, if you want to flip this build around, by all means do so. 87 pass accuracy is good enough. And the 5-out, it feels great. You got bronze bailout. You shouldn't be bailing out all the time anyways. So it's a bailout badge. That's why it's called that, right? But the 87 is a great budget. The 89 is another great budget. Having access to gold dimer, gold relay passer. Relay passer helps your team. Throw it to someone, to throw it to someone else. It gives them a bigger green window. It's a beautiful thing. Gold dimer obviously gives your players just a better chance of making the shot. Now, let me tell you, with this community, where people shoot, this ain't always going to help, okay? Just keep that in mind. So, 91 pass accuracy on this build right here. And you're going to notice kind of a trend here. A lot of 91s going on, right? This builder this year, if you pay attention, if you're really making a balanced build, you're going to have a lot of the same numbers going throughout the build here, okay? But a 91 pass accuracy is going to get you access to gold needle threader, Hall of Fame special delivery, gold touch, gold break starter if you manage to get a board. This is a zone defender, by the way. So a lot of you might not like the interior defense, but I promise you, even watching a lot of these smaller guards, now they're playing in the corner, so it's going to be more imperative for them to have interior defense. This is a zone defender, okay? This build's not for guarding the corner. You can, of course, just follow your back doors, get a lane steal. You can still body people up, best believe. But this build right here is for the top of the zone because you're going to have an 87, okay? 87 perimeter. Now, higher defense feels good, of course, obviously, right? But this build's really balanced. This build's going to give you the opportunity to play the lane very well, okay, once we pair our speed with this. But the gold challenger, when you're dealing with these smaller guards, when you're dealing with anyone in general, rotating, it helps a lot, and it pops up all of the time. It's going to help you get those great contests you wouldn't normally get if you just had, an 85 or whatever. But this builds a template, so make it the way that you like it, okay? I wouldn't mind that you bring the pass accuracy down to an 87, put the perimeter defense up to a 91. Once you have a 91 perimeter, now you have gold pick dodger, and, gold ankle braces. It does change up a little bit when you get to that point if you're guarding ball primarily. But this build's kind of a weak side zone defender on the top. 3-2, 2-3. It's going to do the job, okay? I'm a big believer in the 85 steal. 85 steal. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get lanes. I get them all the time with an 85. The difference between an 89, 91, or whatever, I think the biggest difference when you get to 90, 91, you pair that gold right stick grip or that gold glove, that's when you really feel the difference. An 89 interception, I'll I'm telling you right now, there's not a big difference between the silver and the gold interceptor. I think the biggest jump is from the silver or gold to the Hall of Fame level. And even at the Hall of Fame level, I have my swings with the Hall of Fame interceptor, and they still are playing badminton out there. They're playing tennis. Serena Williams. Okay? So don't look too deep into having this. This right here is, if you're playing the hip the right way, if you're getting those bump steals, if you're badge activated, you're going to be able to get steals on a consistent basis. A lot of these guys L2 canceling, you sit on that hip, you wait for them to L2 cancel into you, it's a free rip. I'm telling you right now, we do it all the time, okay? So, yes, I know tier defense is low, okay? But this build, like I said, is for the top. You should have, if you're playing a 2-3, a 3-2, you have your swing dropping, you're rotating, you're running, because you have an 83 speed, okay? I normally have an 81 speed on my builds that I run, and I'm able to rotate fine. Where I feel the biggest difference, and that's if I'm late running on my break, is defending the fast break. If I'm not back on my high horse, people are going to beat me up the court with an 81, but I'm still able to get back a lot of the time, especially, like I said, if I'm on the ball and getting back, not trying to crash for offensive boards, and my offensive boards are putbacks, obviously having the 94 dunk on my build. But granted, if you start breaking the habit, which I still need to work on, is breaking that habit sometimes, is just getting back on that break, especially being at the top of the zone. You are the first defense back. So being able to get back, kind of put a stop to someone so you can get your real good lockdowns, your lockdowns should be down with you, but your swings back so they can get a block shot. The amount of fast break steals that you can get or tip passes out of bounds so that there's no free buckets are crazy when you actually get back and play good defense, okay? So look. 73 acceleration is going to give you access to all the silver dribbling badges that you need, okay? I know if you go higher, it feels a little bit better, maybe to have triple strike if you activate it, if that's what you're going for. But you need to pair that with, I believe, like a 77 speed with ball and a 75 acceleration, I'm pretty sure. And it just gets a little expensive for a balanced build like this, okay? Now, the strength, you obviously have to have your strength up because you're not going to be able to get clamps or anything. So look, 65 strength on an all layup build. I know that people think that you need extreme strength. I've really advised you to start watching me play if you're not already. And bulldozer animations pop up all of the time. You think you need back down Punisher with 92 post control? You don't. This game is broken. Post control has always been broken in the game of 2K. Point guards just typically don't use it like that. I don't know why. I know they want to play more traditional, they want to look more appealing, whatever. I like to break down the game. I like to cheese any game that I play. I'm cheesing it, right? That's what the game's about. The lockdowns do it all the time. Lockdown's the one you're going to complain the most about, you having post control in your build and call you crap, right? But they're running around with big burly, 99 perimeter, 99 steal lockdowns with 88 speed. You know what I'm saying? How cheesy does that get, realistically, okay? And to max this build out, I think we messed up in one play. Okay, so we found the mess up. So we're not going with the 93 mid-range. I forgot on this build we're not going with that. We are going with the 92. The 92 is going to get you access to everything you need, okay? Sorry about that hiccup there. We had to figure that out. But this is the build right here. This is the build that you want right here. 92 mid-range. 92 mid-range is going to get you still access to everything that you need shooting-wise, okay? You don't get the gold whistle, but you really don't need it when you're fucking fading away from mid-AF free range, okay? Just abuse it, man. Abuse this build. Like I always say, use that dream shaker. Start shaking that dream shake going. Get that shit going, because once you get that stun animation and you fade away backwards, there's no contest. And even if they are still standing up for a fake contest, they don't have their hands up the right way, guard up on Hall of Fame is going to pop up for you. So this build right here is one of the best 6-7s in the game, okay? I think it is the best 6-7 that you can get in the game at the point guard position. Definitely make this build. Kirk Heinrich, I just don't see it, but the two-way, 3-level playmaker, you don't see a lot of these builds out there, and it is super viable. It's going to get the job done, especially in the 5-out primarily. You could run this at the shooting guard in a PNR, but I think this is the best 6-7 5-out guard that you can make in this game, okay? So, I love you guys. Sub if you're new. Drop a like, a comment, and peace be with you.